It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Jackson buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson rolling to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. It's Eric Harris who picks it. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Flushed out right. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Carr got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, 62 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On the counter, Ingram. And so there goes Mark Ingram, the 20. A big effort that time out of Ingram. Give him 58 yards on the ground. And not quite sure what just happened there, other than we do know that he spiked the football on 1st down. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram taking it in as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Carr now on first down. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throws right side, and that's complete. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves,
and he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After a one-point game, 7-6. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12.
Hey, team 6.
To throw, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Will, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams with his second touchdown here in this first half. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? It's a gain of 34. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Matt Judon picks up his second sack of the afternoon. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Carr gets to the Rashard. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his second touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they like to go for 2. Shotgun now for Carr. Being chased out left. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing is Jackson. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Benson Mayowa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Darryl Worley there to knock that one free. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's got Snead. Willie Snead all alone. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, as the first half is winding down. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. The final shot here before half for Carr. It's caught. Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Carr finds Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll run on first down. Richard. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jalen Ferguson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's A.J. Coldell. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. and they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. From the 29, Jackson forced out to his left. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Ingram. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
48, come on. Hey,
To throw again. Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On 1st down, Richard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. On the ground, Richard. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Carr going to go on 4th down. He's got a man. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
29. Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd and 9. Carr buying time to... Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the move to his left. He'll run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push. And what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Jackson to throw. He'll buy some time. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Carr to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Caught by Jones. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Five. 36 to Mike. Bring it.
Now Carr. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
93.
To throw is Carr. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good. And that'll give him an 8-point lead here in the fourth. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And the safety, Carl Joseph, there to knock that one away.
Sets up fourth down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. One last shot for Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be caught. He got it for a touchdown. And they're a two-point conversion away from tying this game with 0 seconds on the clock.
And understandably, this crowd is in an absolute frenzy. But they've got to back it off a little bit, let the guys operate, and they need to take a deep breath as well. They've still got to get a two-point conversion in order to tie this one.
Steps away. And he is in. The play works, and we are headed to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if it's...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? They go screen. This is Ingram. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. They'll run on first down. Ingram, he's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Ingram again. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Edwards. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. They'll try and run. Ingram. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And then the yardage of game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And he got it! The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snap.